You are listening to Basement Chronicles with Lisa Dublin, episode number 28. Hey, you made it! Welcome to my basement. I'm Lisa Dublin, a health and life coach, and I help professional and executive women to live, lead, and speak with confidence. Because you know what? Developing your confidence and deepening your faith in God is the best formula for an amazing life. So, are you ready? Let's go. Hey, podcast listeners, it has been a minute. I'm sorry I've been away for a while, but I'm back now, and I wanted to tell you why in this podcast episode. I read something on Instagram a couple days ago that I want to start with today, and it said this. Did you know butterflies rest when it rains because it damages their wings? It's okay to rest during the storms of life. You'll fly again when it's over. Can I just say it again, perhaps a little more poetically? Did you know butterflies rest when it rains because it damages their wings? It's okay to rest during the storms of life. You'll fly again when it's over. The minute I read this, I thought it was an apt description of what had been happening in my life the last couple months. Storms. Stuff that I didn't cater for. Trouble. So I want to be discreet here, but the last couple months have been very difficult as my family has been hosting my sister's family. So now they found a place and their move is imminent. But for a while there, you guys, I felt like that butterfly and I didn't want to. For a lot of my life, I have been very disciplined, inspired, upbeat, and productive. What I now realize is that a big part of why and how I have been able to be and do so much is because I have had a very peaceful home. Now, saying this makes my heart just swell with gratitude, especially for my husband, who is very peaceful himself, and also for my mom and dad who created a stable home for me as a child. But there have been some very turbulent incidents in my home the last couple months that have made me lose my peace and joy. That is the best way to say it and the most honest way to express it. It got to the point where I became content for a while just being normal, meaning not praying or taking time to spend with God because my heart was just so filled with so much anger and resentment. I know you've never heard me like this before, and that is because I've never been in this situation before. And this situation where I didn't quite get along with my guests made me think about other people's situations differently. If you are going through trauma, violence, conflict, constant arguments and fighting, even shady shenanigans and emotional warfare between people around you who are trying to include you, you definitely cannot be functioning at your best. And today, I wholly acknowledge that fact. Having a clear head is the number one prerequisite for being able to think and study, produce and grow and write. It is the number one prerequisite for being able to pursue your dreams with wild abandon, to be able to maintain consistency, all of those things. If you find yourself in a domestically abusive situation or in a household where there is constant bickering or negativity, please do all you can either to get out or to preserve your peace. Please do all you can to keep your head clear, to control your thoughts and emotions, and to not let yourself be triggered by other people's words and actions, because that is what is going to happen. I didn't have this message before because I've never been in this situation before. But now it makes me more sensitive to the women I work with and also more mindful to give options for when a situation is not ideal. Now, I don't want to be a butterfly in the rain ever. I want to be the eagle who flies above the storm. Have you heard about that? That the eagle does not fly through the storm. The eagle continues to soar until it gets above the storm, and then it's able to really excel. I look back at the last couple months though, and I realize I have been both eagle and butterfly. Let me explain. Here's where I have toughened up in the last couple months. I soon realized that part of my great habit stacking ability and my ironclad routines that I always talk about, faith and fitness and fire, a lot of these things were predicated on the fact that I do my stuff when there's no one around, when there are no distractions. Because too, my husband is as introverted as I am. And yes, we have lots of moments when we come together, obviously. But as much as we do know when to take our own space in our own corners of the house. We've always been that way, and it works. And our kids, with 3 boys, they are the same way. They're not like very touchy-feely, needing to check in all the time. Absolutely not. So when my family came to stay over, I found myself losing that ability to do what I used to do before. The slightest conversation or movement in my running space or people being present where before everyone would have left me alone, the slightest disruption would cause me in the beginning to switch off the treadmill and to forget my run. I kid you not. And so I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to be that person who, in spite of what was going on around me, I could complete the things that were important to go forward with my goals. And so it was an opportunity for growth, and I began to challenge myself to be me in spite of, to dig deeper, and to stick to my why, and to continue to pursue my routines no matter who or what was happening. So these are the stubborn muscles of resilience that I have been building these past couple months. I've been doing what I tell you to do when it gets tough, to fling your shoulders back, tie waist, toss your hair, or your head in my case, and git. The result is that I've come out on the other side as of now. I'm running more. I climbed out of my funk and back into my exercise and diet routine. And most importantly for me, I've reclaimed my prayer and worship space. Now that was the eagle part of the experience. Some things, however, did fall by the wayside. Like I realize when I'm going through stuff, I have no words. I have no words when I'm sad or mournful. And so it was very difficult during the last couple of weeks to record a podcast. The words just wouldn't come. Now, I also took a break to kind of figure out how I want to proceed with the podcast because I hope you stay with me, podcast listeners. I long for the day when I get to episode number 500, okay? But that is going to take a bit of figuring out, and I have to now look at it and figure out how am I going to sustain this movement that I love and as of now has attained more than 3,000 downloads, even though I have not recorded in a couple weeks. So what I wanted to leave with you today was a simple checklist for when things get rough, how to get back into routine. It's a matter of self-care, a matter of digging deeper and recognizing where you are in the storm. Because as I've realized, every storm subsides, every painful or uncomfortable situation will end. You just have to ensure that you apply yourself in the process, that you don't give up, and that you remain self-aware and always self-assessing through the storm so that you can adjust your sails and make the most of every situation. I hope this podcast gives you grace. I hope this podcast resonates with even more people. I think love is sometimes tough, but we have to strive to give and, of course, receive unconditional love, even with family. And, that has been one of the biggest lessons that I have learned in the last couple months. So let's end here today. It's a very short podcast, but I'm going to start to leave with you a couple resources every time. So if you find that you're losing yourself, maybe in a turbulent relationship or even in a very good one that has your head giddy, or if you find that the storms in your life are too much to handle, I have put together a free resource for you that will help you through. It is simple, powerful, and effective. Simply click the link below that says free resource, and it will take you to that page on my website. You just put in your details, and that resource will be yours. Now, on another note, if you are interested in coaching with me, I have a couple ways to do that. Of course, you already know about my premium program, How to Get Unstuck Total Transformation. And that one is for those professional and executive women who want the one-on-one attention. But here's the thing. After lots of consultations, I'm also pleased to offer the Winner's Circle. This is a group coaching program. And let me tell you the benefit of a group coaching program, because I have been and I still am in a couple myself. The benefit is that you get to experience and to learn from other people's stories and their own coaching in the moment, even as you yourself also get the opportunity to get coached. So this is how it's going to work. We are going to be meeting once a week, beginning on Sunday, September 1 at 6 p.m. EST. It's going to be 1 hour live coaching where anyone who has an issue to be worked out either writes in the problem beforehand or gets coached by me within the hour. There will be broad themes for every week, like building routines, romantic relationships, handling finances and investments, career and work conflict, building confidence, self-concept, getting closer to God, entrepreneurship, and of course, speaking. It's not just a live coaching. You'll also get to see the replay, and I will also regularly upload training and teaching videos in the portal for you every week. So this is learning at your own pace. I think, too, the benefit of group coaching is that some people don't like to get up close and personal. They simply are those people who hear the coaching, they get what they need, they go off and they process privately and they grow in that process. That is fine. And group coaching allows you some distance, even though you know that what is being taught is definitely for you. You will also find accountability within the group to keep you grounded and consistent in our non-negotiables. Faith, fitness, even gratitude is now a non-negotiable. And you will be able to make buddies across the globe and truly become the winner that you are meant to be. So what do you say? It's either, if you go to my website, lisamdublin.com/coaching, there you can see all of the coaching services that I offer, and you can sign up for the Winner's Circle. The program is 6 months long at a time. You can stay as long as you want to or for as short a time as you want to. You can pay it all at once or you can pay month by month. But the point is, get into a program, get with the energy, get with the knowledge, get with systems and accountability that can help you to become the best person that you can be. If you want to level up in 6 months, the Winner's Circle is definitely for you. So I want to invite you by way of this podcast to join. Okay, folks, thank you, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for listening today. Now, I know that you prioritize your growth and success. So if you feel stuck in any area of your life, why don't you consider life coaching? My signature program, How to Get Unstuck Total Transformation, has helped so many professional and executive women to free themselves of limiting beliefs and habits. Learn to love and prioritize themselves, set firm boundaries and stick to them, be more confident, move up exponentially in their careers, and become the best versions of themselves. How badly do you want to get unstuck? How badly do you want to be the best version of you? If you desire more, take the first step right now. Go to my website, lisamdublin.com/coaching, and book a consultation with me. Let's talk about your coaching needs, because the life you want is totally possible.